which would knock him out at least the next 4 games.
That's the worst thing he could do, is to rush back from something like this.
You think in 4 weeks he's going to come to save the day?
If they're being honest with themselves, they don't have a Super Bowl winning roster.
He's not 4 weeks away from playing quarterback in the NFL. I don't give a damn about optimism.
Keyshawn, J. Willimax, ESPN Radio, and you can hear us anywhere you are on the ESPN app. By the way, it's probably on your phone. If it's not, download it. It takes 5 seconds. Then you go to the Listen Live feature, and boom, there we are on ESPN Radio. Wherever you are, there we are. We're presented by Progressive Insurance. All right, so you heard that sound coming in. Here's a story. Everyone knows Dak got hurt week 1 against the Bucs. His hand goes into... Whose hand was it?
Some player.
But it was their hand. Yeah. You'd think helmet, but it was their hand. Mm-hmm. And okay, now he needs surgery. He's out 6 to 8. So, okay, he's going to go on the IR. You save a roster spot, right? Jerry's like, after surgery, what the doctors are telling me is, well, listen to Jerry.
We feel very good after surgery, after listening to the medical people, that Dak has a real chance to be back out there throwing the ball pretty quick.
Do you think the timeline is closer to the 4-game timeline or the 6 to 8?
As good as I know how to give, only, as you know, in medical, nobody knows those timelines good. But if we thought he wasn't going to be ready to go for 4 games, until after 4 games, we would put him on IR. We're not doing that.
That was Dak on 105.3 The Fan. Jerry. Sorry, Jerry on 105.3 The Fan. Yeah, but Dak was Shaq Barrett whose hand he hit. Mm-hmm. But so Key, first thing is, I get why he doesn't want to put him on IR. If there's any chance at all that he comes back in week 3, I'll give you a roster spot. You can take that if I can get my quarterback. When the backup is Cooper Rush, I get my quarterback back early. Before we get to what this means for their season, if he does come back in week 3, does this put an unrealistic timetable on Dak, given the injury in your experience, Key?
No, because Jerry's telling you what the medical professionals have told him, and he alluded to that. He let you know the medical people is telling us that we got a 4-week window, okay? Maybe it's sooner, but it's a 4-week window. And if it was longer than 4 weeks, we put him on IR based on the medical staff, the professionals who've been doing this for a very long time. And I know there are medical people down there, and they're not going to tell Jerry something knowing that he's going to go out and repeat it to the public, because that's what Jerry does. He's the general manager, owner, the trainer. He's everything, And so in the end, we'll see Dak Prescott, I'm sure, in about 4 weeks.
But, Key, my whole thing with that is I get that Jerry is his own PR machine. And this changes the entire conversation around the Dallas Cowboys, because you talk about him missing, 9, 10 games. Now it's only 4. But it does feel like, and I've broken my hand before. If Coach K were to come out and say, well, we expect Jay to be back, pretty good chances he'll come back in 5 games, like, I don't know how my hand's going to feel, but I automatically, by hearing my coach or hearing my owner say that, feel this underlying pressure now that regardless of where I am in the rehab process with my finger, in my throwing hand, that now I need to meet that timeline.
Or you're disappointing.
Yeah, and I don't know why you even have to give a timeline to begin with.
But what you said earlier, Key, Jay, to me, that's the whole shooting match. You know what Jerry just did? What Jerry just did is everyone, universally, is like, Cowboy season's over. They can't do Cooper Rush for 6 to 8 weeks. Season's over. They're not going to the playoffs. I haven't heard one person say, not one person in the media say, yes, they're going to make the playoffs now, okay, even if he's out 6 to 8. Now, the Cowboys, even though they're disappointed in the playoffs, they're America's team, not just because of once upon a time. That's what set them up for it. But they stay in the mix usually year over year. They have a pretty good roster coming into every season. They stay relevant until late in the season. What Jerry Jones just did was take the Cowboys away from irrelevancy with the fans in terms of expectations this year, and he's given them a little ray of hope. What if Dak comes back in week 4?
You guys, I love y'all. Y'all the best.
But listen, this is what he's doing.
This is what he's great.
Look, do you not think that Dak Prescott talked to the doctors and the doctors told Dak Prescott, hey, we're looking at 2 to 4 weeks, Dak. I think this is more severe. It was not as severe as we thought in the beginning till we got the x-rays, till we opened it up, we took a look at it, we put whatever plates and screws in it. I think you'll be fine. The swelling will go down.
Yeah, no, I'm not doubting the veracity of Jerry Jones's claim.
I don't think many people know the veracity.
I don't the truth of it. Like I'm not saying what Jerry Jones.
Jay. I gotta let Max know. We do have some common folk listening out there in the world, Max.
Well, get your game up, common folk. Listen, this is what I'm saying, Key. Class is in session. No, I'm not saying what he's saying is not true. I'm saying it gives the fans hope by saying it publicly. To Jay's point about that puts pressure on Dak, but he's doing something there. He's giving the fans hope.
Would you have rather Dak say it when they talk to him this week or next week? Would you have rather for him to say it, or would you have rather for Clarence Hill or Jacques Taylor or somebody like that to get it and put it in the newspaper or something?
No, I don't mind Jerry Jones saying it. But we talked about this yesterday. Just because you have information doesn't mean that you always have to say it.
I want to get to this point before we because we're going to move on to the Vikings, Lions, Bears, a whole bunch of stuff. But Key,
yes,
if he only misses, let's say he's back week 5, so he's up to week 4, and they're 1-3 in record. Can they make the playoffs?
Yeah, that's what we're looking for, right? We're looking for Cooper to give us one game. There's one game on that schedule. When you look at it, they're not going to beat the Bengals. They probably won't beat the Bengals. But there's the one game, right? Maybe they clip the Giants. Maybe they clip the Commanders. They're going to lose to the Rams. They probably lose to the Eagles when he comes back right around then, who knows, at Philly. But he probably could steal that Commanders game at home. Probably could do that. And if they do that, all you need is one game. They're still in the mix.
Yep.
That's one game. All I need you to do is give me one game.
I mean, the beautiful thing about it is you're in the NFC East. So, I mean, there's been a different winner of the NFC East every year, it feels like. So, even though they won it last year, even though Philly looks like the favorite, you get your quarterback back. But that is a lot of pressure after missing 4 or 5 games on your throwing hand. It is his throwing hand, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know the severity of it. I'm not a doctor, so I don't know. It could be a hairline fracture. It could be a full crack. I mean, I just don't know.
It could be a veracity. Who knows?
Yeah, it could be a veracity. Yep, exactly.
How much of the Vikings, Lions, and Bears closed the gap in the NFC North? First, this word from Omega Accounting. Is your small or medium?
I'm in Bristol, Max.
I see that.
Well, yes. You sound like you're in witness protection right now.
I'm in Bristol. Max.
How are they treating you?
They're treating me great.
Yeah.
We're going to get there. We're going to get to Aaron Rodgers. I just want to let you know I was in Bristol. I'm not in Southern California. I'm actually working in ESPN Studios where you'll be joining me.
That's what I say. How was the 5-star hotel in Bristol? How was that last night?
That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't mind the hotel. I'm not you, Jay. I'm not going to complain that the pillows look a certain way or the comforter is too thin or or they only have Doritos and Lay's potato chips at the snack.
Do you know how
pillows matter, man? That's important.
Know how nice that hotel is, especially compared to what they
used
to have there?
I remember going on tour with Jay last year, and he was complaining literally about 95% of the hotels that we stayed at.
When I first
the carpet has colors in it.
When I first stayed in Bristol in 1998, it was a Radisson Inn, okay, with bugs.
See,
I mean, not the Omni. The Omni wasn't the.
No, this is 98, brother.
90. Oh yeah, okay.
98. I was there almost 24 years ago.
Oof.
And room service shut down at a certain it was not good. This place that they got there now, very comfortable.
So, I mean, we're gonna be there tomorrow and Friday.
Yeah,
it's a
we're up in Bristol tomorrow
resort.
and Friday.
Yeah, it's nice.
You gotta give me 4 pillows though. I need the foam like pillows. I'm sorry. That's just where I am.
Hey, Jay, do you take your own pillow? Do you take your own?
I might have to start doing that. Don't judge me.
And the great thing is I have car service.
Mm-hmm.
That'll pick me up and drop me off, whether it's Justin.
You can walk.
James
it's not that far away from the studio.
No, I'm not. I'm good.
It's enough that you.
Why are you making Justin pick you up to take you to the studio?
That's a dangerous walk. It might not be a long walk, but it's a dangerous.
Yeah, cars coming both ways.
Yeah, I got a Yates. I got a James.
You got
in
a
my
Yates?
life. I got a Pat.
He canceled on me this morning. I was supposed to go get him.
People in Bristol get there on time. They don't have time to wait for pedestrians walking down. They're going. You can't walk down the highway. Come on.
A lot of things is going, Max. Even the Green Bay Packers. There you go.
Oh, there's a transition.
I thought Aaron Rodgers, as Lupe said, improved on the design. He did something new because he was making all the plays and not turning the ball over, right? Like when you first saw Aaron Rodgers, like, okay, this dude he's done. And then he changed the league because now that's what everyone tries to do. Be a part of Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max Nation on the Dr. Pepper call-in line. Call 888-SAY-ESPN. That's 888-729-3776. ESPN Nation's presented by Dr. Pepper. It ain't college football season without the delicious taste of an ice-cold Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve. So, guys, I want you to listen to Aaron Rodgers on
What
Where
show?
Else?
What show?
Where Else?
Oh.
The Pat McAfee Show, of course. Listen, if you say Aaron Rodgers, of course it's on the Pat
Aaron
McAfee
Rodgers,
Show.
Pat McAfee. Yes, got it.
Here he is on the idea of patience with his young receivers. Listen to this.
We have to have patience. A lot of these guys have not played a ton of football, and really it's not something that could have been figured out in training camp or some off-season throwing session. These are live rep things with the pressure of a regular season game, with the pressure of it counting, and that's why I'm not too worried about it. There's a lot of talent on our side of the ball. We just got to execute a little bit better.
Key, I hate to sound like you, but I'm channeling my inner Keyshawn Johnson. He'll be fine. He'll be